Attention, all stations. Good evening and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, also known as AREG, for Wednesday, June 29th, 2022. This is week 1502 that AREG has been on the air consecutively. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. This Simplex Net was founded by John Sims, VE3JSU, who is now living in Manitouwadge, Ontario since mid-July 2018. Anyone with a valid license who checks into the net from anywhere is welcome here. The idea is to have people check in to either test out their radios and antenna systems, maybe ask a radio or technical question, or to just say hello and tell us about their week. We do not discuss religion or politics, and foul language is not accepted here. The AREG is considered to be a very friendly net, and comments, questions, or break ins are welcomed. But this is still a directed net and go through the net controller. And I have been streaming the net on YouTube for some time now. People who tune in can hear how they sound into my station and see their signal strength. Just type my call into the YouTube search box and look for us live under the title AREG Week 1502. This net is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending around 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else, and this should not discourage you from participating, as it may well encourage some of you to improve your station. Relay communications also has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage you to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. And lastly, we ask that you please leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow others to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's AREG?
VE3GMP.
VE3GBD.
All right, I heard 2 stations there, and we have Garnett back at the number 1 spot. Good evening, Garnett, and welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and welcome. Yeah, not much happening. Quiet day. Just kind of sat around the house today.
Yeah, same here. I had intended on cutting the grass, but that's not going to happen. It, rained this morning, and so I said, the heck with it. It'll have to wait for another day. It's unfortunate because it's garbage night, so I would have liked to get rid of the bag right away. I don't like keeping those around. They get wet and the bottom falls out. Anyways.
Got to put your bag in a dry place. That's what we do. We have a kind of like a shed under my porch, and that's where we put them.
Oh yeah, put them in a nice dry place, but the bottom seems to get soggy. You have to kind of leave the bag open for a day or two so that it dries out a bit, because there is a lot of moisture in grass blades, and so that makes the bottom all soggy. So I know from experience.
There you go, Chuck. You're number 1.
Yeah, the number 1 soggy bag, soggy grass bag there. So anyways, nothing else new and exciting?
No, not much. Just like I say, quiet day, quiet week. Going out to Dave's on Friday. That's about it.
Right on. Very good. Well, say hi to Dave for us. I haven't spoken to Dave in a while. I think the last time you guys were coming back or something, you were mobile there, and I could hear Dave in there. So it's been a bit.
Yeah, doing Lindsay.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So I understand he's doing some radio repairs now here and there.
Yeah, he's still looking for a place to move back to Hamilton. But for now, he's still up north.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, Garnett, thanks for checking in, sir. We'll get back to you in a bit. And next, let's go to George, VE3GBD.
How you doing, Chuck? Garnett, hello. Everybody on net that's going to be there. Hopefully, it'll be a full net. Not much to add here. Not in the report. Just getting the garbage out and loading up the truck for tomorrow to head up to the trailer. Other than that, not much to report.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Make sure you take the trash out before you head up north there, George. Um, yeah, unless you come back and you'll have surprises you don't want.
Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. So I got to do some, run around tomorrow before we head out to hit crappy tire. I need a new flashlight. For some reason, my flashlight disappeared from the trailer. Either I misplaced it or it just fell in in all the plants. I don't know. I can't find it. But anyway, I need that and a few other items. Other than that, no. It's been good. Got the pool down, so that's good.
Yeah, that's right. I overheard you mentioning got that taken care of. So that's one less headache to worry about, and someone else can enjoy it. All right, very good there, George. The cart working well also.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Man, I'm glad we got that thing. We just cruise around the park. Yeah, it beats driving the truck. You know, I throw it on the charger, a couple hours, boom. It's good.
Yeah, right on, right on. All right, you gonna stick around with us for a bit tonight there? How's things been on 147 420? Busy or no?
No, it's been quiet, pretty dead actually.
Yeah, yeah. Well, summer's here, so that has a lot to do with it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've actually been, me and Doug up there in New Hampshire. Yeah, we've been basically just messengering each other.
Oh yeah, Doug in New Hampshire, up at the cabin in the woods in New Hampshire.
Six pack Dougie. I don't know if the 420's up and running. I don't know what's going on with that, but doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out in a bit there, and someone jumped in there with a nickname, I think, for Dougie, Six Pack Dougie.
Yeah. Yeah, he loves just having a six pack.
Yeah, that's right. I've heard him mention that a few times myself as well. So all right, George, we'll uh, we'll we'll get back to you in a bit, unless you got anything else for us.
No, I'm good. I'm good. But I will be listening. I'll be standing by.
All right, very good. Well, let's see if anyone else is out there who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. I do believe I heard Kevin in there. We got you marked down, Kevin. Any new check-ins, please come now.
The AXJ. The Mike Washington. I thought you were away. I'm back. Oh, we're in trouble.
Okay, well, I did hear 4 stations in there: WKG, AXJ, IMW, and KKP. All right, well, let's start with Kevin, my neighbor, VE3WKG. Good evening, Kevin. How's things?
Hey, good evening, Chuck. Not too bad. Sitting out enjoying the nice weather, having a beer on the porch with the portable. There was a new fella that checked in. Me and Kevin were on the OBP repeater. I think it was VE3CDE or something like that. And I give him this frequency to come here and check in with you. A fellow out there in Stony Creek gonna try and give you a check in. So you might want to give him a try. CD something, VE3CD something, CDE or something. Kevin might have written it down, but I was on the porch here and he was testing out his radio, and I let him know about your Simplex Net here. So might want to give him a shout out there and before he gets bored and wanders off. No traffic, Chuck. Just giving you a check-in. VE3WKG portable.
All right. Well, sounds like somebody might be cross-banding us here on the AREG net. But anyways, let's see if there was any other stations that wanted to check in there that we might have missed. Please come now. Okay, well, somebody's having difficulties with their equipment. Let's go to Rick, VA3AXJ. Good evening, Rick. How's things? I saw that picture on Facebook there. Very nice.
Yeah, she's doing well, doing very well. Starting her therapy. She's been riding the bike and standing up and trying to get mobile. Yeah, she's still got a long ways to go though. They're not gonna go to Toronto. It's too much of a hassle for her, my daughter, and the two boys. So they're gonna stay here in Hamilton and get the therapy here that she needs. Other than that, I'm pretty busy. I just had a colonoscopy done today and the other ran scope too at the same time, so I'm kind of whacked out here.
Yeah. I know all about that stuff. Yeah, I'm so glad that OHIP is still covering the medicine that knocks you out for that. Otherwise, I don't think I could go through with it without. I know last year or the year before they were saying that they didn't want to pay for the meds, and I'm like, are you kidding? So yeah, after you turn 50, I believe they make you do that every 5 years. Or yeah.
Well, that's what they say, 50 and older. But this is my, let's see here. This is my fourth one. Yeah, fourth one. You know, I was going to say something too. What the hell was it now? Yeah, well, I overheard the doctor in the room. I was wide awake and I watched the whole thing on the monitor. I don't know if he was talking to his companion there, his assistant, but he says to come back Monday. So I hope he didn't say for me to come back on Monday, because I'm not going through that clean prep again. Oh, man, I drank 4 liters of that stuff the other night. And I'll tell you, it wasn't easy.
No, definitely. It's tough to get through the very last to the very end there, but yeah, you force it down. I know. Other than that, that's the most unpleasant part. Getting the procedure done is nothing.
Oh, the procedures to walk in the park, you know, you give me a little bit of drug there, and you're wide awake when you do it. And I watched the whole thing. That's pretty interesting how they do that.
Oh, no kidding. I go to right to sleep.
No, I had the options to be knocked out or be awake. I said, I want to see this. So, I don't know, maybe I'm sick, but yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, wow, eh? Good for you. Yeah, I get a procedure done on my back every 6 months there, Rick, as you may know. And I lie down on this table, And what it is it's an X-ray table, and they can see my spine on the TV right next to the table, and yeah, they do the procedure just looking at the TV there.
Pretty cool, eh? Amazing what they can do nowadays. Yeah, okay, Chuck, I'll let you get back to the net there. Doing a fine job. I'll be here for a bit. I don't think I'm going to hang in for the whole day, but the whole night is pretty whacked out here. Anyhow, BA3XJ will be standby and listening.
Okay, Rick, glad to hear you made it through the procedure and all, and everything's. Hopefully, the results will come back negative for you, and yeah, life goes on. All right, Rick, we'll jump in there and let us know if you're leaving if we don't get to you. So, VA3AXJ in downtown. Let's go up the hill and say hello to VA3IMW Mac. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on frequency except Kevin. Anyways, no, just kidding. Good to hear you in there, too. Glad to hear Richard enjoyed his scoping, and hope you have many more. Yeah, a couple of busy days. A trip down to one of our sister plants in Michigan yesterday morning, and required me to stay over and oversee some things that didn't go as well as they could have, but nonetheless, it's part of the reason why I go. Anyways, good to be back home. I got home around 6:15-ish. Made some good time on the road, but yeah, it's not always a good thing to travel in that much of a hurry. Strange thing is, I was traveling pretty much the same speed as everybody else on the highway, so I was amazed at the number of trucks that are still running 110, 120, 125. So it's pretty obvious there's a lot of drivers that are having their ECUs tweaked so that they can run over speed. Anyways, makes for very efficient traveling. Anyways, I'm going to try to be here and awake for the duration, but if I disappear, you're going to know why. Roger?
No, okay, very good. Yeah, understandable. You might nod off there after a long day of traveling and all that, going through the border and everything else. All right, well, glad to hear that Michigan is not completely empty and people haven't left the state completely. I know a lot of manufacturing jobs and stuff like that have closed up shop in that state. So hopefully they'll bounce back somehow, some when. All right, Mac, very good. Thanks for checking in. Much appreciated as always. Okay, where are we now? Let's check the log here, and we have VE3KKP next. Good evening, Kevin.
Hey, good evening, Chuck, and everyone on that. Hey, Chuck, if you're falling asleep during a colonoscopy, I'm going to have a word with your doctor. Use a bigger scope.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They give me some pretty good meds. Oh, and by the way, Kevin, you're full strength here on 2 meters. 70 centimeters, maybe half that. But definitely just pounding in here. And also, I've taken my splitter out of line for my antenna, and we're going to see if we can pull in some more stations from further away with the extra dB gain that we're getting, or 2, almost 2, or up to 5, I heard. So, yeah, good job there, Kev.
Awesome, good. You sound good yourself. Anyway, looking forward to Friday, Canada Day contest. So a nice short one, 24 hours. Thursday night starts at 8, and it's Friday night at 8. So good. Looking forward to that. Anyway, I'll let you carry on here. Forget what else I was going to say to you there. Anyway, Kevin mentioned about the other guy. I don't know if he's going to join us tonight or not, but keep an ear out for him. I can't remember his call either. It was Charlie Delta something. But anyway, all right. That's it from up here. Oh, I wonder if Al's going to check in tonight. I think that's his name. Max, buddy over on Stone Church of Paradise there. Maybe you'll be able to hear him without the splitter in line there.
Yeah, we're hoping to be able to hear more stations. Maybe even Art. That would be nice. Can never hear Art unless I use the Flamborough remote station. But yeah, good point. And also, thanks for bringing up the Rack Canada Day contest. Starts on Thursday, not Friday, everyone. Starts at 00 Zulu time on Thursday, which is 8 p.m. And it will end at 7:59 p.m. on Friday. So don't think that it starts at 8 on Friday. It'll be over by then. And the modes are CW and phone. And the bands are 2, 6 meter, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. So happy DXing, everyone. Thursday night, tomorrow night, actually, in 24 hours from now, it'll start. So thanks for that, Kevin. Anything else there, my friend?
Yeah, that's who I meant. No, that's everything. Chuck, back to you. V3 KKP.
All right. Very good, sir. Thank you. All right. Well, that's it for the list. Let's see if there's anyone else out there who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. And we're also streaming live on YouTube. If you want to join us there, just look at, just put it in my call sign in the YouTube search and look for us live there or under the title AREG Week 1502. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VE3 Papa Foxtrot Hotel. Delta Zulu Bravo.
Okay, I heard VE3 PFH and I heard Delta Zulu Bravo. Is that Victor Echo 3 or Victor Alpha? You kind of got doubled there.
Victor Alpha 3 Delta Zulu Bravo.
All right, very good. Anyone else? All right, well, let's go in the East End and say hello to Peter, VE3 PFH. Hey, Pete, how's it going?
We're doing all right there, just enjoying the weather. Haven't been out there and had any fires too much there lately. Just been chilling in the basement. That's about it.
Yeah, same here. I don't have that much firewood left, so I want to save it for when my wife is here and off work, and we can all enjoy it together. So yeah, if I had my way, I'd have one all summer. You know what I mean? But I'd have to bring the chainsaw out with me and stop on the side of the road when I see a tree that's down on the ground.
Yeah, I got a couple pieces left too. One piece of some fruit wood. Gonna keep that for the smoker. Chop it up into pieces. Yeah, due to smoke some ribs there. Haven't had any ribs in a while there. Been thinking of that for a bit.
Oh yeah. I love smoking. I miss my smoker, and I miss making my famous beef jerky in that smoker. But one day we'll have a few dollars to spend on another one. Yep, I love my beef jerky. I tell you. You know what's good too is deer jerky. I've made that before too. Turned out great. Marinated it for 2 days.
Christmas there, well, Alex got a pig from his work there, and he put a hook at the top of my smoker there, and some floor screening, wrapped them up with some floor screening, and around the floor screening I wrapped some coat hangers so I could secure it to the hook. I had to chop the pig's head off. It wouldn't fit with his head on, so yeah,
wrapped them up, and yeah, we smoked that Christmas Day.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I've never tried pork, let alone a little piglet there. But yeah, that'd be interesting. That'll be my next meat to try. All right, Pete. Thanks for checking in with us there, buddy. Everything else going okay?
Yeah, we're doing all right there. Probably be. Well, I'd like to find another German Shepherd puppy there. I don't know. The wife, she's not too thrilled about it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. Another huge dog. It's a lot of work. All right, I'm not going to get into that one, but I wish you all the luck there, Pete, and I know how much it means to you. Okay, thanks for checking in, and we'll call on you again in a little bit there. Oh, did you end up moving the antennas or the antenna you wanted to move?
No, I haven't. Haven't done anything with the antennas.
Okay. All right, very good then. Okay, that's VE3 PFH in the east end of Hamilton. Now let's go to Victor Alpha 3 Delta Zulu Bravo. I believe that's David, yes?
Yep, that's right. Victor Alpha 3 Delta Zulu Bravo, David in Oakville. First time just joining this net. Really just first time getting access or seeing how far my antenna can reach with the Simplex Net, so I really appreciate the YouTube feedback so I can hear myself and see what the quality is like.
Yes, yes, sir. I've got you at S7. It's quite noisy, but I can make out everything you're saying. Are you using a handheld?
No, I have a mobile station just in the shack with a antenna outside the house. First time I put it up. I've had it for a while, the first time I got it set up. So I'm just playing around with the range and see what I can get at.
All right. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Well, that's a good job there from Oakville. That's a good ways away. We're located in East Hamilton, east of downtown, by Center Mall. Is the largest reference point there I can give out, and doing good there. We glad to have you check in with us. And do you have anything else for us before we move along?
No, thanks very much. I'd like to see the video, seeing your setup there, so I can also hear the playback later. Thank you very much.
Okay, very good, very good. Thanks, David in Oakville. All right, anyone else out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, and we're looking for your check-in. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
Your wife's on her way in.
Oh, that'll make my dog happy. Okay, not hearing any check-ins. Let's see if we have any birthdays today to talk about. Oh yeah, supposedly the oldest man in the world from Japan. 1865 he was born. Once thought to be the world's oldest man ever, but his birth date is now disputed at 120 years and 237 days. Uh, Again, born in Japan and passed away in 1986. And then last week I mentioned that Gary Busey's son had a birthday, Jake Busey. Now it's Dad's time. Today is Gary Busey's birthday, born in 1944, down in Texas. And then we have Martin Truex Jr., the NASCAR Cup driver, born on this day, 1980, in New Jersey. And then we have Nicole Scherzinger. She was one of the many judges on America's Got Talent, and she was also one of the Pussycat Dolls. born in Honolulu, Hawaii, on this day, 1978. Young lady. And then we have some people who passed away, celebrities here. Jane Mansfield passed away in 1967 at the age of 34 in a car crash. And then we have Colonel Hogan, also known as Bob Crane, passed away in 1978 of a murder. Yes, there's his is one. I think it's still unsolved to this day. Is yeah, nobody's found out who killed Bob Crane. And if you know Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, you would know Lowell George. He passed away in 1979 at the age of 34. I think it was an overdose, I'm not sure. Lana Turner passed away in 1995 of cancer at the age of 74. And Katharine Hepburn died in 2003, natural causes, at the age of 96. And then we have the American comic book artist, Steve Ditko. He wrote, he drew for The Amazing Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Passed away in 2018 at the age of 90. You guys remember All in the Family with Meathead? Well, his father's name, his name is Rob Reiner, but his father, Carl Reiner, passed away 2 years ago in 2020. Oh, geez, he was on the Dick Van Dyke Show. He was on Your Show of Shows, all kinds of things. Year 2020. So, yeah, funny people. All right, we'll leave that there for now and see if anyone else is out there wishing to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, Net AREG. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for your check-in. Please come now.
Vhf NFG.
All right, good old Steve helping us out here with the dead air. VA3 NFG sounding great there, Steve. Come on in.
Yeah, how you doing, Chuck? And everybody on net. Is it another, was it a warm one today? Yeah, it was. I've been inside most of the day. At work, though. Air conditioned inside, of course. But, yeah, it did rain a little bit, didn't it? Was that today? Yeah, it was today. Or was it today? Geez, I forget. I've worked so many hours, I forget what day it is. Anyway, yeah, I'm just chilling here. What am I doing? Oh, I'm twisting one is what I'm doing. And, of course, my stash is downstairs by the radio. So here I shall sit and do what I'm doing. So on that thought, pass it back to you there, Chuck. This is Victor Alpha 3, November Foxtrot Golf.
All right, Steve. Yeah, you're sounding great, man. As always, full strength. And I don't know if you overheard me earlier there, but I had my antenna on a splitter, a two-way splitter, and I decided when Arpad was doing his net there, I had time to take the splitter out of line and use the antenna directly into the radio, and it seems that I've been losing some gain there, dB gain, through the splitter. So can't have that. So now we're back to plugged directly into the radio. So I'm going to have to do some research on that splitter and see why it's doing that. If it's meant for HF or if it's meant for 2 meters, 70 centimeter, I don't know. But that's unacceptable there, Steve. And yes, it rained this morning.
Yeah, I thought it was a little wet out this morning there. on my first break. Yeah, check the, I don't know, what is it, an alpha delta splitter? Check the model on the splitter. I don't know, maybe check your patch cords. Are they all the same cable, using the same cable? Maybe you're losing somewhere. Maybe you're losing some inductance somewhere on the, maybe you got thinner cable there, or you got thicker cable. Whatever's going on, it's losing somewhere. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Let me know what you find out there. The splitter I have here is an alpha delta. It's a 4-way splitter. So that's what I'm using. But I'm not using that on this radio here. I use that on the HF radio. So yeah, that's interesting, Chuck. You get more gain directly in there. How did you find that out?
Oh, just checked in to ARPAD's net there with the splitter on, and then came back a little later and took it out of line and went directly in the back. And ARPAD, actually not ARPAD, Mac up on the hill, and Kevin was said I was at 0 S units, but he could hear me. And then when I went directly into the radio, it was an S5. And then Mac said I was an S5 before and an S7 after. So definitely, there's definitely loss that was happening. So I got to trace that down.
Yeah, break out the nano, break out your VNA there, and start doing some tests on those patch cords, or start doing some tests on that splitter.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have the proper testing equipment at the moment, but we can always borrow one from someone. But yeah, that's where we are there, Steve, and I've still yet to do some more antenna work. And when the mood strikes me, there, I got so much things I got to do. You know what I mean? So we'll get to whatever we can when we can there. I'm getting old and out of shape. I can barely walk to Walmart and back without being in pain there. My legs are hurting. So yeah, the diabetes, I think, is affecting my blood circulation to my legs. So having a bit of trouble there.
Yeah, Roger there. Yeah, well, I guess maybe you need more walks to the Walmart. Maybe you'll get some more strength in the leg, or did this just come on?
It's been happening since late last fall, I think, early winter. And I just thought it's because I wasn't exercising, or, mobile enough. And it doesn't matter if I go for a walk every 2 days. Some days I have to stop, Steve. I can't continue walking. I really have to stop and just stand there or take a knee and wait for a few minutes. So there's something wrong somewhere. It's not for the lack of being, active. So I'm thinking it's an effect from the diabetes that I got going on there. All I know is I don't like it. Really makes me feel old.
Yeah, Roger there. Yeah, I've got quite the big to-do list myself, Some days when I feel okay, then the choice is mine whether I want to do something I need to do or not. But most of the time I'm whacked out from working so much, And then you come home, you get a couple days off, The first day off, it's like, well, I'm not doing anything today. I just worked yesterday. And then you either stay up a little too late or you don't get the sleep that you should get that night, and then you don't feel like doing much the second day. Or it's the weather isn't the greatest. It's damp or rainy, and you can't really do much outside because everything's wet. And yeah, I got some antenna stuff I want to get done. I wanted to get it done last year, but I didn't get anything done. But that's the way it goes sometimes, man. You gotta roll with the punches sometimes.
Yep, absolutely. And always another pair of hands is always welcomed. Okay, Steve, thanks for all that. Much appreciated you taking the time out and checking in with us. I know I'd rather be outside enjoying the sunset. Things are starting to cool down now. We have 24.3 degrees outside the CJZ studio, and things are cooling down now. So we're going to get a couple of hot ones again, and then we'll be back to normal, I guess, for a couple of days. So we'll just take what we can get. All right, Steve, we'll call on you again shortly, and we're going to clear with VA3 November Fox Golf. Now let's see if there's anyone else out there who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, also known as AREG. This is VA3 CJZ looking for your check-ins, anyone, anywhere.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Mobile, handy walkie-talkie on the horse.
On the iron horse, or plastic horse. Hopefully not the one at the shopping mall where you put 25 cents in. Hello, RPAD, VA3 VAD, VA3 CJZ. You're sounding good on the mobile there, RPAD.
Yeah, Roger. You're coming in loud and clear, full scale, of course. And yeah, I'm up on the top of the mountain where I was last time, just watching the sunset. The sun is still up there, and what is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. So beautiful night, I can tell you. Actually, I have the drone with me. I'm just going to do a little flying.
Oh, right around sunset, eh? Tonight, I think, is the longest night. They said it was supposed to be on the 21st, but I do believe the sun sets at 9:05. That's what they said on the news. So you still have plenty of time to get some beautiful drone footage there, Arpad.
Well, the best part is when the sun sets, then you fly up 500 meters and you still can see it.
Yeah, and you've already got a 100-meter advantage that we don't have down here. So then you go up a few more meters there with the drone. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night, I tell you. Nice and warm. No wind at all. The wind is not moving at all. So, and it's a little bit cloudy, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. Tomorrow is going to be nice and warm, hopefully.
Yeah, and humid too. I think next 2 days we have some humidity, but hey, that's how it goes. I remember when kids were still in school in June years ago, and man, it was so hot in the schools that had no air conditioning because the temperature was really warm in June. So we're not doing too bad actually. We'll see how the rest of the summer goes. But very good. So you're by yourself?
Okay, Chuck, I'm just going to do some listening. I'm going to go to over to that park where the the soccer fields are by the CHCH tower. I like to fly over there. There's no hydro wires.
No. You're going to go where?
You know where the CHCH tower, the OPP tower, right south of it, there's a big field. They have soccer fields and all that. Yeah, that's a good place to go. It's I don't know. I think it was a garbage dump.
Oh, okay. Gosh, it's been years since I've been up over there. Okay, very good then, Arpad. Well, enjoy the rest of the evening and happy drone flying.
Yeah, and they have like 7 or 8 soccer fields, and you can rent it. So if hey, might as well you can organize a soccer match, and we can go play soccer. All of these old guys, ham radio guys.
Yeah, I'd rather play soccer from a chair. Uh, what is something else I saw? I saw something funny. They were playing kind of like pool, but with giant balls that you kick around to get into the holes. Like the balls were big, like half half of my size, right? And so it looked like it was fun, interesting. I don't know what it was, if it was a blow up thing or what, but it was pretty cool. Okay, Arpad. Once again, thank you, and tell us all about your drone flying tomorrow.
Yeah, Roger that. 73. I will be monitoring Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, Arpad. Let's see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. AREG, this is VA3 CJZ looking for your check-in. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, November, Charlie Alpha.
I heard one station there, Wade, VA3 NCA. Good evening, sir. Come on in.
Good evening, Chuck. Good evening, everybody on net tonight. Yeah, that change you made with your antenna, very clear signal out here in Dundas from you, and none of the noise that is usually in there. So that extra signal is making the difference here, even though my noise floor is pretty high on 2 meters. So that the extra couple of a few dB that you found in that switch, yeah, it looks like it works for you when you have it. At least to reach me, anyways. Hopefully, my return is coming through clear as well. And yeah, just sitting here listening along while I wind a toroid and measure it for a radio for an antenna kit that I picked up. So nice little linked dipole and portable antenna kit that I hope to use for some POTA activation maybe later in the summer. So yeah, I just measured it, and it looks like it's got a good flat SWR across across the 30 megahertz, and it has a rejection of at around 40 meters. It rejects 28 dB, which the standard is about 20. So I think it's working. I'm hoping it's working, but the real test will be when I get it on the air, I suppose. Anyways, I'll send it back to you and listen along, Chuck. Thanks for doing the net. VA3 NCA for ID.
Okay, there, Wade. Well, that sounds fantastic. I do notice the signal difference from before. You are coming in great, 20 to full strength even sometimes. The signal is flickering, but I've been noticing that lately too. And I know it's not my antenna because my antenna is only 5 feet 6 inches. Uh, doesn't sway very much. So yeah, that's just the way the conditions are. But yeah, I'm glad you're picking me up better, and I certainly am seeing the difference here on the screen. Looking at it on the YouTube feed, looking good there, Wade. And so thanks for taking the time out to check in with us. You going to stick around, or are you going to take off?
Yeah, I think I'll stick around and listen along while I work on this antenna, and yeah, I'll be around for the 73 round when you get there. Thanks, Chuck. VA3NCA.
Okay, very good, very good. Thanks, Wade. Yeah, that was a good test. Um, I noticed a big difference with you there, Wade. As one of the regulars that lives further away than most everyone else that's in Hamilton here. So yeah, I'm so pleased that the antenna is working the way it should. Okay, that's Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. Anyone else out there want to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3 CJZ looking for your check ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to our special events on this day, and keep Canada Day in mind. I have a few items here on the list. In 1534, French explorer Jacques Cartier is the first European to discover Prince Edward Islands. That's with an S, plural islands in Canada. 1534, Jacques Cartier. And staying with Canada here, in 1786, Alexander MacDonald and over 500 Roman Catholic Highlanders leave Scotland to settle in Glengarry County, Ontario. Now, that's something I didn't know. 500 Highlanders from Scotland came to Glengarry County, Ontario. Interesting. Another Canadian thing here. 1891, the street railway in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, commences operation. 1891, street railways. And I do believe that's it for the Canadian content. Then we have the very first high-speed jet wind tunnel completed in Langley Field, California in 1929. And I'm sure that helped advance flying a lot completely. And then the Empire State Building in 1936 broadcasts high-definition TV at a staggering 343 lines. Now, if you want to compare today's 1080p display, well, that would be 1,080 lines. They're called vertical lines. And yeah, 1936, that was top of the line technology back then. 343 lines on TV coming out of the Empire State Building. And then in 1940, Batman Comics. Mobsters rub out a circus high-wire team known as the Flying Graysons, leaving their son Dick, also known as Robin, an orphan. This is in the comic books, mind you, in 1940. Here we go. Who likes the Beatles here? 1963 is their first song released, and it's called From Me to You, and it hits the UK charts in 1963. Going back to comics, the Superman's Action Comic number 1 came out in 1938, was auctioned at Sotheby's in 1996 for $61,900 US dollars. Eminem's mother goes to court claiming defamation of character in a $10 million civil suit. This is back in the year 2000. After taking exception to the line, "My mother smokes more dope than I do," from his hit single, My Name Is. I'll get this. So her name was Debbie, and in 2001, Debbie was awarded a settlement. But the eye-watering $10 million she originally pushed for was cut down to just $25,000. But there's more. While a final ruling from Macomb County Circuit Judge, he found that the $25,000 Debbie was entitled to, just $1,600 out of that, with the rest of the cash going to her lawyer. Oh, dear. And then we have Bertie Madoff. In 2009, financier Bertie Madoff is sentenced to 150 years in U.S. maximum security prison for conducting a massive Ponzi scheme. I think that's the most time anyone's ever gotten for doing a blue-collar crime. Okay, and then the very first known plague victim, was identified in the remains of a 5,000-year-old hunter-gatherer in Latvia. So the plague goes all the way back to 5,000 years ago. Okay. And finally, 2021 last year in Lytton, British Columbia, records the highest ever temperature of 49.6 degrees Celsius. That's 121.3 Fahrenheit, before being destroyed by a wildfire the next day. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about that. Okay, well, that's it for the events on this day. Do we have anyone else who'd like to check in with us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for your check-in. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to the top of the list and see how Garnett's doing there. See if he's still with us. VE3GNP. Okay, well, let's go to George then and see if he's still there. VE3GBD.
Still here, Chuck. Not much to report, but I am still here listening. I had something I was going to say, but I totally, it just gone. No memory. But if I do, next round.
Yeah. Well, we've only got 11 check-ins so far there, George, so probably won't take long to get back to you. Or, you can jump in anytime in between. Just break in and let us know. And, yeah. So are you in like a garage or a shed or something?
Yeah, I'm in my garage. But I converted it, Basically, I don't have the garage door anymore. I put a man door here, right? So, in and out, especially in the wintertime. So much easier than lifting the garage door up.
Yeah. Somebody was asking me about a garage door opener. Who was it? I think that was Steve, NFG. Well, I'll have to ask him how he made out with that item he was talking about. All right, George. Well, thanks for sticking around. Looking at my security camera here, it looks like a beautiful, and looking out my back window in the backyard here, it looks like a nice evening. No wind tonight, though. I understand. Arpad's up there on the escarpment, flying his drone. I wish he had a Facebook account so he could post them there. How are we going to see his videos?
Exactly, right? Unless he puts them on the AREG group, maybe. Hopefully.
Contact.
Yeah, but that's a Facebook page. He doesn't have Facebook. Go ahead there, Contact.
V3KKP. Hey, George, I heard you mentioning about the 420 thing earlier. I forgot to mention. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't had it hooked up for a while. XYD in Stony Creek there. But I just looked now. I logged into Echolink, and it looks like he's got a tone on it now, a 254.1 tone. But I can't hear myself when I use Echolink, and I can't transmit off the radio with that tone. So I don't know what's going on. But I noticed he hasn't been logged on in a while onto it, so I don't know if he shut it down, but he's got a tone showing there. I don't know if he put in the right one or what, but it's not working up here, so there you go. So if you want to talk to your buddy there, Six-Pack, you'll have to use your phone to go on Echolink.
Yeah. See, I just been communicating with him through Messenger.
Okay, very good. You haven't lost him completely then. All right. I just thought I'd pass that along to you, George. V3KKP.
I appreciate that, Kevin. V3GBD, V3KKP.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Kevin. I was kind of curious about that too. I haven't heard much activity. I've been putting the radio on that frequency for a short bit there and don't hear anything. I haven't tried my phone on Echolink yet, but if you say that it works on your phone, then yeah, cool. All right. Well, we got another contest coming up there this weekend. Um, and this one's out of Turkey called the Vhf Uhf Contest. And that's for 2 meters, 6 meter, and four. It says 432 here, but I'm assuming that's 70 centimeters. And that's for CW, sideband, and FM. And that'll be going on for 24 hours, July 2nd to July 3rd. So there you go. Everything else is CW as far as contests goes, other than the rack contest. And what's the other one that has? Oh yeah, Marconi Memorial HF Contest, but that's CW. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The Venezuelan IND Day, Venezuelan Indian Day Contest. I don't know, but that's for sideband, PSK, and CW. So that's another one that might be active. And that's it for contest information. If you want more info, just go to contestcalendar.com and you can see all the contests coming up and get the info from there. Okay, George, thanks again. You got anything else before we move along?
Yeah. Actually, I want to hit the road tomorrow night. Go to the trailer because July 1st up in Embro, if anybody's interested, it's not a long drive, but the Highland Games, they're gonna have the Highland Games up in Embro. That's why I want to get up there so I can see the Highland Games.
Oh, yeah. I have friends of mine out in Manitoba that are of Scottish and Native descent, and they have their own summer Highland Games there, and they have a family bash. So yeah, I like that kind of stuff there, George. Me too.
Oh yeah, I'm just actually looking forward to it. You know, I'm just looking forward to it. That was my one thing I said to my wife. I got to see the Highland Games because basically I am Scottish descent. My parents were Scottish, so I gotta see it.
Okay, George. Well, I can't wait to hear all about it. I hope it's a success and the weather holds out for you. I'm pretty sure it will. I think if we get rain, it'll just pass over in 5 minutes. That kind of deal. We haven't really had a full on all day long rain fest here in some time. So my grass is showing that as well. Everyone's grass is already dry as hell, and yeah, could use a bit of rain. I'm sure the farmers can too. Okay, George, thanks a bunch for that. And yeah, like I said, good luck. And can't wait to hear all about it. Take some pictures for us. I'd love to see something.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was gonna say to you. I'm gonna videotape or video it, and I'll put it on the AREG chat on the phone.
Outstanding. That's what I'm talking about. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, summer pictures. Absolutely. Okay, George, thanks again, sir. And next, let's see if Kevin is still with us, enjoying the beautiful weather out on his front porch. VE3 WKG. Kevin, are you still there?
I most certainly am, but I'm in the house now, having a little munch out. Went and fired up the air fryer and did some wieners and French fries, just having a munch. But
Nice to hear the net there and not much more traffic. Let's move along there. V3 WKG, listen along.
Yeah, that QRP radio there. You still using that? Having some good contacts?
Yeah, not lately. I was going to go camping on the mountain tonight with the dome tent. I went up there the other day. Wow. Went to go and set up, and I was getting eaten by mosquitoes, so I came back home.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what happens when the sun goes down. You got to go hide in the tent or spray yourself all over. That's the worst time. That and first thing in the morning when the sun's coming up.
Yeah, you know it, eh? Well, Brooklyn had this little tent. It's in just a little bag, like a little backpack, eh? 3-man dope tent. So I thought I'm going to throw it up first time I ever did. It's just 2 poles you straighten up, put them through, and boom, tent's up in the air. It takes you 5 minutes. And I thought that'd be good up there on the brow. I could bring it on my bike and sit inside that with my little radio.
Yeah, they got some pretty cool tents now. You can actually pop it up, eh? Like in the center, you just lift it up and it poof, it snaps into shape. They're not cheap, mind you, but that is so cool.
Yeah, this little tent, I looked at Canadian Tire. It's only $47.99. Little dome tent. It's missing the rain fly, but hey, it didn't cost me nothing. It's Brooklyn's there. And it's funny, I put it up yesterday afternoon just to see how easy it is. It doesn't take long. And I went and laid in there in my blanket, pillow. Chuck had a good old snooze laying on the ground in there. Nice wind blowing through. So it gave me the idea. I'm going to sit up on the brow and bring my 9-to-1 Unin ballad, my little QRP radio, and string out about a couple 100 feet of wire along the brow there and see how that'll work.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you got transportation, so that's not an issue. So no excuses. You're going to have to try that out and let us know.
Yeah, you see, I got you some POTA there. I think I worked you. I activated 2 parks and a trail there a couple weeks ago. It's all up.
Yeah, I noticed I got 2 more. I think it was. I haven't checked in a few days, but yeah, good job. You finally got the info put through, eh? So now next time you do it, you'll know what to do, or?
Yeah, it was super easy. I was just being paranoid. That guy had a lot of files to go through to get to mine, and within a week I did that, and within a week they were both up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good to know. Yeah, man, I'll help you out whenever you go to a park or wherever you are there. You just text me, and I should be near the radio.
Yeah, I like that one on Woodward. I was near the globe there, and you didn't hear me on the low to the ground antenna. I heard you blasting in, but you didn't hear me. Then Huey come with his drone, brought the wire 100 feet in the air, and I think he gave me a 15 over.
Yeah. Actually, I did hear you, Kevin. It was just in the noise, kind of. It was very low. But yeah, once Huey pulled up your antenna up there, it's big difference. There's no problem picking you up then.
Yeah, can you imagine that 100-foot wire going vertical up in the air? I loved it. Imagine having my 7000 here hooked up to that. Get him to come here and do that out in the backyard here. Lift my wire up 100 feet in the air and run a proper ground plane on that band and try with 100 watts. Bet you that'd be nice. Oof. Yeah, he's got that nice drone now. It's a great big one. What was it he sent me the other day? I think he thought he saw a UFO.
I saw that little round light there in the picture. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it starts getting weird when they start running away and going up and down and shooting around. Like sometimes it's light, eh? It's Osiris and that in the film, and you play around with different settings and focus and that, and it'll make different lights and reflections and stuff. But hey, there's the scientists and the FBI and the Army. They know the difference.
Yeah, yeah. But there are still things up there that aren't ours. I do believe. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm into as well.
Yeah, like who made the pyramids, eh? Yeah. Like you're into that Oak Island and all that, yeah. All right, Chuck, I'll let you move along there. I'm on the base here. I'm not on the porch portable, but I am going to go back out there. I just come in here and I'm just wondering, anyone that own an air fryer? It's funny, the people that I ask that have them, they say they don't like them. They'd rather cook in grease. Well, you know what? I love this air fryer. Yeah, I can throw some fries and a couple hot dogs in there, and it tastes like restaurant style kind of food. To be honest with you, I don't even put any oil in there. I sprinkle a little pinch of salt, and that's about all. Just had a couple dogs on a. I even threw the bun in there to toast it. Hey, when the fries and the dogs are done, I just throw a bun in there for the last, I don't know, minute or so. Bring it out. It's all nice and toasty. You put your cheese and that. Making you hungry now, eh? All right, Chuck, we'll let you go there. V3WKG going to go to the porch portable.
All right, very good. Yeah, Kevin, we got one here. But I've seen some that have like a clear window. You can see inside. Ours, you can't. So you can't tell how your food's doing until you pull the drawer out of it and then look inside and then decide whether you want to keep cooking or not. So yeah, we're still learning how to use it, and oh, I'm so thankful not having to have that nasty smelling oil just coat the entire house. You know, it sticks to your curtains, your paint on the walls. It's hard to get rid of, and so this is a much cleaner, much better way to cook, man. Yeah, and less fat. Absolutely less fat. That's key. Okay, Kevin, thanks a bunch, sir. A pleasure chatting with you on the base station. Going to be heading outside on the porch again. Don't forget, it's garbage night, Kevin. Uh, I got to do ours there after the net.
Yeah, copy that. All the neighbors I see got them out already. I put mine out in the morning because I got stuff in the freezer, chicken bones and that. Larry, LBI told me about that. I used to throw it in there. Phew, you got to smell that in the summer. Phew. So, yeah, I freeze that kind of stuff now. Fish bones or shrimp and all that. I freeze that. And then tomorrow morning when I go to throw it out, if I throw my garbage out tonight, I'll get up in the morning. It'll be a big mess out on there. So I'll have to pick it up. I get up 5:36, and that's when I put mine out. But I don't even have a quarter bag of garbage. When you live alone there, you don't accumulate a lot, that's for sure. All right, Chuck, have a good night, and everyone on net, have a good night there, 7-3. Not that I'm going anywhere. I'll be listening along. V3WKG going to the porch portable.
Okay, Kevin. Yeah, we have. I remember a couple of weeks ago, I put our food waste. We have a little bucket in the kitchen for our food waste. We got a special bag for it, and so I put that in with the regular trash. Normally, our food goes into the green bin inside a brown paper, those big brown paper bags. But a couple of weeks ago, I mixed in some food with our regular garbage. Came out the next day, and sure enough, the bag was tore open, chicken bones on the ground. Yeah. So next time we do that, we're going to use our pail that we have in the backyard. We don't have the proper lid for it, but I'm sure the pail will deter a lot of the animals. Okay, thanks, Kevin. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll be out there in probably an hour. Okay, VE3WKG. Let's see if there's anyone else out there who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. This is VA3CJZ, looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
There he is. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. Vanya, haven't heard you in a while. How's things?
The things are good. Things are good. Within a reason, I guess. I'm just working graveyard shift, so I'm a little bit burned out. Other than that, like it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's gonna be my last shift tonight, so I'm gonna be off for next 2 weeks. So hopefully we're gonna be hearing each other a little bit more often than we did past couple of weeks or so. But other than that, there's not much. Go to work, come home, sleep, cook, clean, and go back to work. So there's nothing on my end other than I just came downstairs to give you a quick check-in, and I have to go upstairs and start preparing the overtures. I don't know why I like saying this. To go to work. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's 9:15 right now. And what time do you start? 11? 12?
No, they moved the shift for an hour, so I start at midnight and finish around 8. So I leave around like 10:15 or whatever it is, and I'll a little bit earlier. I arrive a little bit earlier. Like sometimes I go in and relieve a guy, but other times I just sit on the parking lot and shoot the shit with the guys. So yeah, it depends who you meet and you know what time of how much you have before the shift. So yeah, not much happening. So other than I was checking up on my FT818, and by the looks of it, on the HF, its outputs only half of the power. Not HF. When it modulates SSB, it's only spits out like a 2.5, maybe 3 watts. FM works just fine. Probably it's a different part of the board to modulate that. So that is gonna have to go out and get repaired at some point. But how long it's still working, gonna still be using it. Only now for sure I know I only get 2.5 watts out of it, and in that radio there are the two FETs, MOSFETs or whatever they are in output, and most likely one of them is like decide to quit, I guess.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I have the same issue with my 857 there. It doesn't seem to give me what it's supposed to give. So, but I don't have any other radio to replace it with at the moment. So there we are. Yeah. Okay, Vanya. Well, thanks for taking the time out to check in with us. And if you're going to do any contesting, it starts tomorrow night at 8 p.m. until Friday night at 8 p.m. The RAC Canada Day contest starts tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, not Friday. It'll be over at Friday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, the interesting thing about let's call it our two radios is that the final from this radio, it's actually the preamp for the final for your radio. It's exactly the same circuit and the same parts. So I can't even help you by giving you half of my parts. So yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for thinking of me, Vanya. Yeah, well, we seem to be. I found a problem the other night when I was on RPAD's Lake Ontario Radio Club Net, and I have a splitter for my antenna here for the Diamond, and I had it going to two different radios, and I was curious. I took it out of the splitter and I put it in directly into the back of the radio, and I was getting reports from MAC and from KKP that my signal was actually uh, up to 5 dB stronger than it was without it. So I'm quite pleased with that, but I have to do some checking on either the patch cords or the splitter itself because that loss is unacceptable.
No, I do run a one splitter here. This radio goes through the splitter out to antenna, and I have other split, so I don't have to disconnect everything, and the plug for the SSB net. And I do notice that I can hear half of the station. Splitter really, let's call it insertion loss or whatever the loss is. Like it's especially on 440, it's gonna be quite a bit, and yeah, I kind of not a big fan of using them. I don't mind on a HF, like it's okay, but the signal get too bouncy and funny. Soon when you pass like 100 megahertz, so I mean, I guess it's how you say this? I can't come up with the word on English, anyways. So I guess if you really have to do it, I guess you should put it there. But if you can avoid it by any means, like it's probably that would be the best choice. Even if you use run a second cable to the second radio and a cheaper cable actually. Probably would do as good, if not better, than going through the splitter. Like I even noticed running the thing through the SWR, like it's it really takes like quite a bit of the signal before the signal gets to the radio. I don't know how much is on output side, but the coming in, that's the only thing what matters for me now, because there's still quite a few stations which I can't hear. Like today, for example, I came a little bit earlier, and when you talked to Wade, I couldn't hear Wade.
Yeah, same here. The receive has increased quite a bit. Wade, VA3NCA, he's coming in here almost full scale now. And before, I think I was getting him at a S9. So definitely going to be staying with direct antenna, direct to the radio as much as possible. And yeah, I have one on my HF for two different HF radios, one for tuning and one for transmitting. And yeah, it's at the moment we're going to leave it in line, but definitely on VHF, UHF, and I've got good coax too. It's either 213 or 400, so that's not the issue. And so yeah, it's disappointing because I bought two of these at $42 a piece, and probably not the best quality. Probably got to pay over $100 for a good one. I don't know. We'll see. Don't have that much money to spend on a splitter. But anyways, okay, very good there, Vanya. Thanks for sharing all of that with me and everyone else. And so this is your last shift, eh? So very good. Then you're off for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take a shit apart because it just becomes like rusty blob. So that is gonna be my goal for tomorrow. So we'll see how far we're gonna get. I cannot work by myself, but we'll see. Maybe I can just start cutting with the sazzle and leave the frame and try to collapse the frame somehow. But there's nothing around other than the fence and a few brushes. So we'll see. Wish me luck for tomorrow.
All right. Good luck. Okay, Vanya, have a great shift at work and enjoy your first day of vacation tomorrow. You can stop by on 146430 here during the day. I usually monitor this one and ZOE and some other frequencies. Sometimes I scan, sometimes I don't. But yeah, you're welcome to drop by and say hi anytime, Vanya. Have a good one. VA3 X-Ray Lima Juliet. Let's see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. This is week 1,502 consecutive weeks that AREG has been on the air, and we're looking for your check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. All right, well, let's check with Rick and see if he's still with us. VA3AXJ.
Yeah, still hanging in here, Chuck, but this will be my seventh round, seven threes round. Kind of be here. Got a busy day tomorrow. Gotta go and help somebody level their trailer up in Dunnville there on the weekend. And, I don't know. It's going to be quite the job, I think.
Yeah, well, remember, make the kids do all the heavy lifting.
You got that right. I ain't doing that no more. Everything's pretty well batteryized. They just push the button and the tongue lifts and all that stuff. But
Nice.
got to put the cylinder blocks underneath the jacks and all that stuff. But I got a 4-ton jack and all that stuff I got to take up. Shouldn't be that bad. I just hope we don't have to move the dock. I mean the deck, because I got another trailer. Traded it in, got a new one. Might have to pull the deck ahead a bit because it's going to tip out. So I don't know for sure what we're going to have to do here yet.
Oh yeah, I remember as a kid, I worked in construction, and I helped move a house from one foundation to another. It was on the same property, just a bigger, better foundation, and we jacked it all up, and we put rollers on, and moved it off the one foundation, and dropped it down on another. It was quite interesting. Mind you, I've seen a whole bunch of bigger stuff done on TV, but that was my experience, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny you said that, because back in 80, I think it was 85, I was down by Woodward Avenue, had a house on Woodward Avenue, or Tate and Grace, and somebody was pounding on my front door, and I went to answer it. He says, "You got to move your van." I said, "Why?" He says, "Because there's a house coming down the street." I said, "You got to be kidding me." So I got up, I was in my jammies, I walked out, and I looked up the street, sure enough, here comes this house down the street. I actually had to jump the curb and put my van on the lawn. That was quite interesting.
Geez, I wonder if that was my wife's house. Because what street did she live on? Renee, or somewhere in that neighborhood there, down by the Globe. And her father bought a house from the bikers, I think, and had it moved down there.
Well, if they took it from, I think it was Brampton. I think they lifted it up off the foundation there, and they took it down to Dunn Avenue. There was a sub shop, and they had the foundation already there, and all they had to do is roll it off the rollers off the truck and set it right down there. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to watch them do that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta know what you're doing, because one wrong move and you get a bunch of matchsticks.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyhow, thanks for doing the net there, Chucky. 7.3 for the channel. This is gonna be my I'm gonna be QRT. So well, if I don't talk to you later or sometime next week or whatever, I'll definitely get a hold of you next Wednesday for sure. Okay, so VA3, AXJ, or QRT for now.
Okay, Rick. 7-3 for tonight, and happy Canada Day coming up on Friday. Don't work too hard, and we'll talk to you again soon there, buddy. Don't want you to get a heart attack. Okay, Rick, have a good night. Next, we've got our resident chef, Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey. Mac, what's cooking? Uh-oh. He's probably cooking.
Did you just call me, Chuck?
Yes, sir. I was about to say, well, I guess Mac stepped away to go start cooking something. What's happening?
Mac just got back from turning on the barbecue. I found a couple of strip loins in the fridge, and I think there's going to be a wonderful, delectable snack. Sear them up on the barbecue with salt, pepper, and not much more.
I'm sorry, what are we having?
Strip loin steak.
Oh, okay. What, an 8-ouncer?
It's probably a little bit better than that. They're fairly good and thick, but yeah, somewhere between 8 and 10. Anyways, yeah. Always developed like a real intense love for the strip loin. It usually has good marbling, and that's where the flavor is. And these particular steaks are bone in, so where the bone is, the bone helps to provide heat into the center of the meat, and that's always good news as well. So, anyways, yeah, still chunking along. Probably going to take 5 or 6 minutes to the grill for the grill to come up to temperature, and then I'll get these little jewels on there and sear them off on both sides, and then make sure you rest them for 5 minutes or so the juices all come back in, and you don't spill your blood all over the plate.
Yes, yes, yes. Very true. Okay, now you're making me hungry. We'll have maybe some mac and cheese later. I don't know. We'll have something. Probably leftovers. All right, Mac, anything else for the net there? You've been listening along?
I have. Yeah, and you're quite right, Chuck. Getting rid of that splitter was definitely a step in the right direction. So your signal's right up top. No problem there at all. And obviously it was most noticeable on 70 centimeters. So yeah, your J-pole, I'm not sure what that was, but that was like an S1. And then when you went to the other antenna with the splitter versus the direct connection, I think you went from an S4 to an S7. So anyways, great job there. And obviously on 2 meters, you're doing a better job as well. I think you're 15 over pretty much all the time.
Yeah, that's right. I'm noticing everyone on 2 meters is very strong. I do believe you're full strength here on the meter, and so yeah, we're gonna leave that sucker right where it is. So it's unfortunate because it was quite handy to use the same antenna with to 2 different radios, but I do have another antenna that I can use. Actually, I've got my directional antenna on that radio that I wanted to split the diamond with. So there you go. I still have some work to do on my directional antennas because I had 2 different size poles. So I slid one pole inside the other, and I put a screw through it. I should have put multiple screws, because during all these windstorms and everything, the screw sheared off and the pole slid down. So it's a little lower than it used to be. And so, yeah, we got to take her down and fix that and put her back up.
Vhf LBI.
Well, there's a new check-in for you, Chuck, and I'll stand down and let Leisure Suit Larry come in there. Like a bad penny. Whatever POTUS station I'm listening to, there's LBI calling out. Anyways, good to hear you, Larry, and I'll let you take it away.
Okay there, Mac. I knew exactly where you were going there when you started saying Leisure Suit Larry. I remember I had that game, and the instruction book for it was almost as big as a phone book. It was crazy, but it was a fun game. Okay, thanks, Mac, VA3IMW. Let's go to Larry, VE3LBI. Good evening, Larry. Welcome.
Yep, good evening. I guess we doubled up, Chuck. I say I was on a YouTube live conference there, and it just finished up about 10 minutes ago, so I thought I better get over here and check into the net for tonight.
All right, very good, very good. Yeah, we'll take him when we can get him there. You're check-in number 13 tonight there, Larry, so not a really busy night, but not too slow. I mean, we usually average around 15 anyway, so yeah, very good, very good. Everything going okay with you?
Still plugging away in the bathroom. The vanity went in today, the drain went in, and the taps are set. So far, knock on the hardwood, no leaks. Everything looks pretty good. Got some trimming to do tomorrow. Hang some more stuff in there, a lot of medicine cabinet, a mirror, and just we're almost done. The toughest part is done. The floor is put in. That was the effort that kind of wore me out for a day, trying to put that floor in, but that's done. So, and we had a grandson here yesterday, which was a nice, pleasant day.
Oh, very good, very good. How old is he now?
2 passed. Where are we here? March, April, May, June. He's 2 years and 4 months.
Oh, now you know what his mother would have said, eh? He's 26 months old.
Yeah, when you're 14, that's what does that work out to be? I don't know. My son's 360 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I just noticed mothers usually like to stay using the months for as long as possible there. Yeah, okay, very good then. Do you have central air in the house, Larry, or no?
Do I have central air in the house?
Yes, do you?
Oh yeah, we have central air. Yeah, we've had it on a couple of days. We like the windows open, so it's that fight: do we put it on or don't we put it on? The high humidity kills both of us, but no, we try not to put it on. Let's put it that way, Chuck.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking of doing work inside a bathroom. It's a small area, and if there's any heat, it builds up quickly in a small area like that. So I would definitely turn it on when I'm doing some work in there.
The day we had it on, I think I was laying the floor, and it was I got it set for 74. I don't remember what was outside. I think the humidity was around 100 or whatever. But yeah, you're still sweating in there. Wasn't bad today because in a nice breeze and the bathroom window was wide open, so blowing through. But it wasn't like I say, it wasn't down on my knees and trying to straighten up, go outside, cut material, come back in the house. So that was the worst part because I had to go outside where it's like 100, come back in the house at 74, and back outside again. Kind of cut the flooring. But no, it's not bad. Anyways, it's like I say, it's coming along. Should be done shortly, hopefully.
Oh, very good, very good. We've lived here 4 years now, 4.5, and last year, like one side of our house is very close to the neighbors, so I don't go in there too often. There's no reason for me to go on that side of the house, but I was curious because we have no window in our bathroom, and I'm like, okay, well, that's odd. They must have put a kit in there with a tub and covered over the window. Sure enough, I go out the side of the house and I see a window, and of course there's a bathroom on the other side of it. So yeah, I miss not having a window in the bathroom, that's for sure.
We talked about putting a fan in, but the way that the house is designed, I would never, ever, ever vent a fan up through the roof. It has to go out through the side, either through the side of the house or out the side into the fascia and the soffit. So we looked at it, and then after we discovered what was going on, we said we don't need it. They had to put a bulkhead in, and the bulkhead was a waste of time. There was actually a ceiling above the bulkhead, so we just ripped that right out.
Oh yeah. When you start talking putting bulkheads in there, you're talking money.
Well, they had the bulkhead in, but once it was ripped out, the bulkhead was in and tiled. The whole shower area was tiled, including the bulkhead. But we took it out, and above it was a full ceiling. So there's no bulkhead anymore. It's all patched up, and got a full height for the shower now with the window. So it's like if you're in a shower or whatever, you can leave it cracked open a bit, or in the summertime wide open. Wintertime you can always crack it a bit. And I don't know. Like I said, the fan was an idea, but it just wouldn't work out. I would have had to do a little extra work trying to get one in.
Yeah. I'm like you, Larry. I I really miss not having a window in the bathroom. I know our other house had one, and it was all open year round. Either a little or a lot. So yeah, I miss that. Okay, Larry. Well, good luck, and glad to hear everything's okay. And we'll talk to you again soon. Remember, the RAC Canada Day contest starts tomorrow night, not Friday.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to listen along anyways in case you got some more people you're picking up there. Just kind of sitting back, relaxed, like I said. Busy day. The vanity's put in and all the plumbing's done. So we'll see how that turns out. Nothing underneath it to make sure there's no little drips anywhere. All right. I'll pass it back to you. Thanks, Chuck.
Okay, Larry. Well, thanks for thinking of us and stopping by and saying hello. Tell us how your week's going. Take care, my friend. We'll talk to you again. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, AREG. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the east of Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, recheck.
Yes, sir. Arpad, go ahead.
Yeah, I just flew 2 batteries, and good pictures. The sunset was perfect from this location. Yeah, the sun already set. Then I flew 500 meters up with the drone, and I saw the sunset again, twice. Here you go. And some people were playing soccer here, so I actually that was a perfect shot. I flew over about 100 meters above the soccer field and just put it in one spot, and I could watch the game remotely.
Yeah, there you go. So you get about what, half an hour of flying time with each battery, or what's the case?
Yeah. Basically, I do have 6 batteries. It comes in the batteries are coming in 3 of them in a package, so you can. You just put the 3 batteries into a case, and you can charge all 3 of them at the same time. Then by the time you go, if you have a power source, by the time you use one up and you come up to the 5th or 6th one, it's already the first one recharged. So technically, you just have to land, put in a new battery, then take off again, so you can go continuously.
Oh wow, that's sweet. And how much does one of those cost there these days? Around $400 or $500?
Mine was $700 because I bought some extra stuff for it. But yeah, it's about $450, $500. But yeah, you're gonna have to check it out one day. It's unbelievable. I know one person. I don't want to mention the name. I gave him my drone to try it out, and 2 days later he bought his own. No name here.
Yeah, there you go, People see how cool that is, and they go, I gotta get me one of those. Yeah, I'd love to have a toy like that. Yeah, I'd be flying all over the place.
Well, I can tell you, even the new ones, they are. Mine is not 480, 4K, not 4K, 2.8K or something like that. You know what? I tell you the truth. If I put it on the TV, I cannot tell what's the difference between the 1080 and the 4K or 2.5K. It looks same to me. Mine is a 2.5K or something. Perfectly fine. The new ones, they are 4K. I don't know. Wouldn't make much difference for me.
Yeah, and there's a zoom feature on that too.
Not on the new one. I got the older version. No, there's no zoom on it. And the newer ones, they do have a zoom. Yes.
Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah, we'll have to research that a bit, but that's awesome, Arpad. You got to see 2 sunsets there, almost like you're an astronaut there. They see a sunset every 90 minutes.
Yeah, and well, according to the rules and regulations, you can go up to 120 meters, which is like what 300, 400 feet or so. Today I didn't pay attention too much, so I went up to 500 meters. That's 1,500 feet. But I'm up in the top of the mountain here. Actually, that's one of the highest locations. And you go up to like 500 meters, and I tell you, you can look around really nicely. Up at the cottage, Kat is my wife's father. He was really, really surprised when he saw me going up like 500 meters. Then I panned it around, and all the lakes around, you can see it, and put it on the TV for him. And yeah, he was quite surprised how nice these things are. You just put it into a spot, and it just stays there. You don't fly these. You just tell the machine where to go, and it stays where you want it, and it stays there for like 25 minutes in a spot.
And how do you hook it up to the TV?
Sorry, what was that? Say that again.
You said you put it on the TV for your father-in-law. How do you do that?
Well, there's a memory card in the unit, right? So
okay.
you put the memory card into the computer or upload it to your computer. And basically with an HDMI cable, you just plug it into any flat screen to the laptop, basically.
Yeah, that's what I would do over here. Okay, that's good information. Who knows there, Arpad? Maybe people will be calling you up there saying, "Where do I go and buy my drone?" But that's great. I wish I could see some of your footage.
Oh yeah, there's all. Well, yeah, actually, I supposed to put them up on YouTube, but I didn't do that yet. I'm gonna have to start doing that. I have a whole bunch of them. I got footage from everywhere, all the way up to like 2,000 kilometers up north in Quebec when we went to a beautiful place up there by Hudson Bay. Yeah, I got footage just like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, there, Arpad. Well, you got to get on that there and put it up there so we can all enjoy it.
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna have to figure out how to add the music, because this one is not recording any audio, and probably what you would hear the engine, like that's no fun. So basically, you're supposed to add some audio to it or something, and you know what would be nice? Put it to an intersection one day and just let it sit there, and put the OPP recordings on it instead of music, right? And I think I'll going to do one of those just for fun.
All right. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see your first upload to YouTube there, and I really enjoy watching the drone footage there. Huey likes to post some of his stuff up on Facebook there, and I think he's learned to not be so jerky with the camera because it moves way too fast. You gotta slow it when you're panning left or panning up and down. If it's too quick, it's just not good.
Yeah, actually, what's the issue with that? He always flies it in high speed. There's like 5 different speed mode, and what I do, I use high speed to go up, so it's you're not wasting too much time, or you fly into the place where you go. Then you put it on the slowest speed. Then you can go very, very smoothly when you go around. It takes you like a long time. That's what I did. I went up to 500 meter, 1,500 feet, then very, very slowly. It took me like 2 minutes even to go around and look around, what's around here, basically. And yeah, can you imagine when you get lost somewhere in the woods and you can't find your way out? Then you just fly up and you say, oh, okay, there's a ton. Okay, let's go that way.
Yeah. Keep one in your backpack, and you'll never get lost. Okay, Arpad. Thanks again for all that info, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So I guess you'll be heading back soon, uh, or not.
Oh yeah. It's getting dark now, so it's not flying that good in the dark. It gives you a warning, low lights. So the camera is not. It's so small. It's not. It's quite dark here, and the mosquitoes are coming out. You believe it or not. I'm gonna drop by at one day at your house, and you can fly it.
All right, that'd be awesome. Okay, I'll take you up on that for sure. All right, Arpad, thanks again. And unless you have anything else, we're going to carry on. I think we're going to do the 7-3 round now.
Yeah, not that much else. And I was up by the Devil Sponge Bowl, you know where the cross is. I was there the other day, and I was flying just a little bit, and a couple came, a young man and a woman, and he says, "Oh, I wish I would have one of those." And I said, "You want to try it? Here you go." He said, "No, I can't fly it. I'm going to crash it." I said, "You can't crash it. What are you talking about? Just go fly it. Go left, right, and whatever." I gave him the remote control. He flew it like a pro. You see, you cannot crash it because all the sensors are controlling the unit. So you're just telling what to do, and the sensors are doing it. All right, thanks for running the net, and you guys have a good night. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, sounds awesome. All right, that was Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Let's see now. Well, let's do the 7-3 round with VE3 KKP. We'll start there. No VE3 KKP. All right. Let's go to the next person. VE3 PFH. Pete, are you still there? All right. How about David, Victor Alpha 3, Delta Zulu Bravo. Okay, let's go to Steve, Victor Alpha 3, November Foxtrot Golf. Last round.
Yeah, Roger there, Chuck. Good net. Just been hanging in and listening to the net there, and been going back and forth from the sunroom back down to the basement. I've got a sweater on here. I've got like flannel pajamas on and a sweater, and it's so cold here. Unbelievably cold. I hate it. I'd open a window, but I'm just going to let all the humidity in. But anyways, right on there, Chuck. Good net, and thanks for doing what you're doing. And with that, we'll send it back via 3 NFG.
All right, very good, Steve. Thanks. And yeah, glad we were able to have a little bit more time and discuss things at length with some people. But yeah, we've managed to get 13 check-ins so far, unless anyone else checks in there at the last minute. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, as always. Thanks, Steve. When are you off again there? You get any holidays or anything?
I work another 8 tomorrow, and then I'm off till Monday. And then I get some holidays in the second half of August that I'm going to take. And then I got a couple more weeks after that, but I haven't chosen what weeks I'm going to take. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll probably take my last week in maybe October. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because I'll get another 3 weeks at the start of the year, so may as well use them up, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. All right, very good. Yeah, you get the long weekend off. That's awesome. Have a great weekend, Steve. I'm sure I'll be talking to you maybe tomorrow or the day after. And yeah, very good. Thanks for coming by, Steve. Always a pleasure. VA3 NFG. Next person is Wade, Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. Last call. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see if Vanya's still with us. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. It's probably getting ready for work. Very good then. Okay, how about Larry, VE3LBI?
Yep, we're still here, Chuck. Just chase. I'm either chasing skunks away or rabbits. I don't know. They like our backyard, and I can't figure out why.
Oh yeah, rabbits would be cool.
Well, I don't leave it in the backyard because it's not good for the dog, what they leave behind. We don't need any rabbit pellets. And the skunk I can usually chase away before he gets into the backyard.
I was talking to somebody the other night. Said they were all the neighborhood was trying to find the skunk in their neighborhood and trying to chase it away. I forget who that was now.
Well, it wasn't me because I know on whatever it was, what's today? Wednesday. I don't know, Saturday or Sunday. We had the windows open, one let go. We got the apartment building behind us, and we got some rentals down the street. They don't look after the property, so we got a good idea where they're living. Anyway, somebody must have scared this at about 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we've got raccoons that live in a industrial garage there that my neighbor in the backyard has, and every garbage night they're out prowling. So you hear them scrapping, eh? Either amongst each other or with another group, but or cats. You never know. Whatever it is, they're fighting, and you can hear them. Hey, it almost sounds like two cats going at it, but it's not.
Yeah, we had a lot of coons down at the workplace, and they were dirty. There was so much steel dust around. Those things looked like they were, well, I don't think you could have bathed them for a week before they get it off, but they were so filthy. That and, well, we had some skunks, but the other problem we had down there was rats. So I think once they tore the place down, I don't know where the rats went, but they got to be down there somewhere, way down by the bay.
Yeah. That's like some of our neighbors here. I come to find recently that one of our neighbors 2 doors down, actually, she throws all her food scraps out into the middle of the backyard, and that's a no-no.
Absolutely, yes. That'll draw anything around.
Yes, including rats. And then I have another neighbor right beside me who refuses to cut his lawn more than once a year. And, well, you can just imagine what lives in there, right? And then you see them coming underneath the fence and scurrying across our property. And it's like, really? Now I got to deal with your problem? Now becomes my problem?
Well, I know people are like that. We had a guy up here who wouldn't cut his lawn, but after the city posted that he had to cut it after, I think it's either 7 or 8 inches high, it has to be cut and maintained, and that's front and the back, not just the front.
Yeah, we had a bylaw come by a couple of years ago there because of complaints in the neighborhood, and I was actually just getting ready to cut the grass, and she says, it's more than 8 inches, you got to cut your grass or I'll have to give you notice. And I was like, I was just pulling the machine around, like, yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, well, I try to keep ours down. We haven't had too much rain lately, so it hasn't been growing too bad. So the backyard probably should put some water on it maybe tomorrow. We got a little bit of rain today. They called for a full day of it, but that never happened. All right, I'll pass it back to you. Thanks for doing it, and see who else is left on the list there. I know you're doing the 7-3.
Yeah, absolutely there, Larry. And the 8 inches we had on the grass was just a few patches here and there, some grow faster than others, and it's never even length. So anyways, yeah, okay, thanks, Larry, much appreciated. Let's see if Garnett is still with us for last call. VE3 GNP. Okay, nothing heard. How about George? VE3 GBD. All right, how about Kevin? VE3 WKG. Last call. Okay, we'll give it to Mac to finish up the show, and we'll send it to VA3IMW for last call. Oh, he's cooking up those steaks. All right, then. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net, AREG. And we're looking for any last minute check ins. Wanted to check in and say hi or test out their radios. Any last minute check ins, please come now. All right. Well, would you look at that? It's exactly 10 p.m. And looks like we have no more check ins. And we've spoken to everybody for last round that's still here. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone for joining us. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed yourself as well. And I look forward to hearing from everyone next week here on 146.430 for the AREG. Thanks again. Have a great rest of the week. Happy Canada Day. And don't forget, if you're contesting, it starts tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for the RAC Canada Day contest. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu saying good night all. And we'll see if anyone has any last minute comments to throw in there. Please come now.
Good night, Chuck. Job well done, as usual. Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey. Just pulled the steaks off the barbecue. Your mouth should be watering, because mine is too. Anyway, 73s, and we'll look forward to talking to you down the log.
All right, Mac. We just called you, but we kind of figured you were taking care of the steaks. So thanks for running back and saying good night. Take care, my friend. Have a good one. We'll talk to you again real soon. VA3CJZ, we're now going to close this evening's AREG and return the frequency back to regular amateur radio operation. Thanks again.
73 Chuck, and thanks for doing it. VA3NCA for ID.
Okay, Wade, 7-3.